Hello everyone, welcome to HTML tutorial part 3. In this part we'll see about HTML links and images. HTML links. Links allow users to click their way from page to page. HTML links which are like hyperlinks. HTML links are hyperlinks. You can click on a link and jump to another document or another page or a different section on the same page. When you move the mouse over a link, the mouse arrow will turn into a little hand. A link does not have to be a text. It can be an image or any other HTML element. Syntax for HTML links. Hyperlinks are defined with the HTML A tag. A href equal to URL, then the link text, and then closing A tag. Example: A href equal to https www.google.com Google link. The href attribute specifies the destination address. Here it's the Google website of the link. The link text is the visible part, which here we have mentioned as Google link. That is the link text, which is the visible part. Clicking on the link text will send you to the specified address. Local links. The example above used an absolute URL, a full website address. A local link to the same website is specified with a relative URL, like without the https ://www. Example, this one: a href equal to html_img.asp HTML images. So this is a local link. HTML links. The target attribute. The target attribute specifies where to open the linked document. The target attribute can have one of the following values: _blank. This opens the linked document in a new window or new tab. _self opens the linked document in the same window or tab as it was clicked. This is the default one. _parent opens the linked document in the parent frame. _top opens the linked document in the full body of the window. Frame name opens the linked document in a named frame. So you can specify these target attributes based on how you want the linked document or where you want the linked document to be opened. If it's in a new tab or new window or the same window tab or parent frame, etc. This example will open the linked document in a new browser window or tab. A href equal to https target equal to _blank. If your web page is locked in a frame, you can use target equal to _top to break out of the frame. HTML links. Image as a link. It is common to use images as links. You can give an image and have it as a link as well, and if you click on that, you can specify it when you click on that image, you can have it navigate it to a different page in the same window or tab, or a new window or tab, however you like. Example: a href equal to default.asp, img src equal to smiley.gif, alt HTML tutorial, style equal to width 42 pixel, height 42 pixel, border 0. So you are giving here image as the link. And we have learnt about using alt in the previous tutorial. Button as a link. You can even specify button as a link. To use an HTML button as a link, you have to add some JavaScript code. JavaScript allows you to specify what happens at certain events, such as a click of a button. Example: button on click equal to document.location equal to default.asp HTML tutorial button. So HTML tutorial will be it will be a button. When you click on it, some event will happen, so that's why you need JavaScript, so which specifies what happens or what should happen when you click on that button. Link titles. The title attribute specifies extra information about an element. The information is most often shown as a tooltip text when the mouse moves over the element. So this is the example. A href equal to, you provide the link, then title equal to link to Google. So when you mouse over the element, it will give you it will show you this as a tooltip, link to Google. External paths. External pages can be referred with a full URL or with a path relative to the current web page. This example uses a full URL to link to a web page, like here a href equal to https://www.abca.com/html/default.asp, and we have provided the text as HTML tutorial. So this one, the next example, this example links to a page located in the HTML folder on the current website. So here you are giving relative to the current web page, because that HTML folder is on the current website, and you are going to provide a path relative to the current website. So here a href equal to /HTML/default.asp. Next one, this example links to a page located in the same folder as the current page. Since it's on the current website and in the same folder, you are just providing the file name, a href equal to default.asp HTML tutorial. Next, HTML links, link colors. You can even provide colors for those links. We'll see how. HTML link colors. By default, a link will appear like this in all browsers. An unvisited link is underlined and blue. A visitor link is underlined and purple. An active link is underlined and red. So this is by default the default colors for an unvisited link, visitor link, and active link. You can change the default colors by using CSS. So here is the example, style a : link. In the CSS file you are providing, so for the link the color should be green, background color transparent, text decoration none. If the link for a visitor link, the color should be pink, background color transparent, text decoration none. So if the link has already been visited, it will show as pink. If it's just the link, color will be green. Hover, if you hover over, the color should be shown as red. That's what you are specifying here in the CSS file. And if it's active, color you are providing as yellow. A link can also be styled as a button by using CSS. So using CSS you can do a lot of things. So here you can see style a : link, a : visitor, background color so and so, color white, padding 15 pixel, 25 pixel, text align center, display as inline block. So here you are giving as a you're mentioning it the link to be styled as a button. We'll shortly see this example. For a hover and a active, you are just specifying the background color as red. Whereas for a link and a visited, you are mentioning here for the link to be styled as a button. Display as inline block. HTML links, you can create a bookmark. HTML bookmarks are used to allow readers to jump to specific parts of a web page. Bookmarks can be useful if a web page is very long. To create a bookmark, first create the bookmark, then add a link to it. When the link is clicked, the page will scroll down or up to the location with the bookmark. You don't have to go searching. If you create bookmarks, it will be easy. You click on that link. Say you want to go to, say in the example it shows here, first create a bookmark with the ID attribute h2 id equal to c4. So you are creating first an ID for that particular bookmark. Say for chapter 4 you are specifying as the ID c4. Then you are adding a link to the bookmark. The bookmark is jump to chapter 4. So now you are linking that ID and the bookmark. Now add a link to the bookmark from within the same page. ahref equal to hash c4 jump to chapter 4. You can also add a link to bookmark on another page. So you can also do that. ahref equal to html underscore demo dot html hash c4 jump to chapter 4. So you can also add a link to a bookmark on another page like this. So let's see the examples for HTML links now. So let's see the examples for the HTML links. Okay, we have already seen the link here. Next, let's try to see image as a link. Say here this one. Let's refresh. Okay, if you can see. Okay, if you can see here, the image what I've given is beach.gif. So, and width 42 pixel, height 42 pixel, that's why it is showing so small. So it's link. If you can see the hand. Okay, so that's how you can specify image as a link. Next, we can see the example button as a link, because then again, like we need some knowledge of JavaScript that I'll show you later. Now we can see the link colors here. We need our CSS file. Okay, let's open here. Now let's remove the image and place this one. Okay, now it has blue, so let's use this colors and then see once we click it, visiting how it changes. So let's go to the style sheet. So for visited pink, link it should be green now. Okay, this was supposed to be in the, this is for the HTML file. So if you can see a link, if you see the link, it should be in green color. If you visit it, if it's already visited, pink, hover, red, active, yellow. So let's refresh our page and see. If you can see it's in green, and if you visit it, if you hover, it should be red. If you hover, it's red, which is correct, and active, yellow. So if you visit it, once you visit, click on it, it should turn to pink. Okay, so if you click it, it's say pink. So when it's active, when you're clicking on it, it's turning to yellow. So that's, we have seen about the HTML link colors there. Let's try this one. Link styling as a button. Okay, if you can see, we have mentioned here display inline block, so it looks like a button, and what it says is if the link or the, if you visit it, the color should change to this, and hover or active, red, hover or active, red. Okay, so okay, that's about styling as a button, creating a bookmark. So h2 id equal to c4 chapter 4. So since we have given as inline block here display for the links, that's why it's showing this one also as a block, because we have only one chapter. So it's if you had different many chapters, it would be effective and you'll be able to actually see it. Okay, next is images. Images can improve the design and appearance of a web page. So this is how you can use images, and img src equal to flowers.jpg alt equal to beautiful flowers. Let's refresh the page and see if you can see. Images syntax in HTML. Images are defined with the img tag. Img tag is empty, it contains attributes only and does not have a closing tag. If you can see, there is no closing tag for the img. The src attribute specifies the URL, web address of the image. Yes, src equal to, you're specifying the URL here, flowers.jpg. img src equal to URL. Animated images. HTML allows animated GIFs. Example, img src equal to flowers.gif, spring is in the air, style, so and so. image as a link. To use image as a link, put the img tag inside the a tag. See here you have ahref equal to so and so, img src equal to flowers dot jpg, alt equal to beautiful flowers and all. Okay, so we have specified here as the link for the image as a link. We go to here, see, because it's displaying as a block instead of a normal image, because here we have specified as a display inline block for the A. Let's just remove that, refresh, save and refresh. Okay, now you can see I've removed the block thing, and then if you refresh you can see, but since this default.asp is not defined, or we haven't mentioned that file, created that file, you'll see this can't reach this page. Image floating, use the CSS float property to let the image float to the right or left of a text. Example P, image source equal to flowers so and so, and then image will float to the right of the text, since we have mentioned in the style here float right, so float right of the text. And here you have mentioned in the next example float left, so the image will float to the left of the text. Let's see this example. So if we see p img source equal to, we have mentioned the image and style float right, and we have given the text here, so float right, so the image should float to the right of the text. Let's see here, see, this is the text and to the right of the text is the image. Let's make this float left, and the image should come to the left now, left of the text. Okay, if you can see, it moved to the left now. Next is image map. Image maps. The map tag defines an image map. An image map is an image with clickable areas. Example, img src equal to workplace dot jpg, alt equal to workplace, use map hash work map, map name equal to work map. And area, we are defining area shape equal to rect coordinates, we are mentioning the coordinates of that particular rectangle, and that is of a computer. See, if you can see, we have provided the alternate text and href equal to computer.html, and area shape equal to rect, we have mentioned the coordinates and it's for the phone. Area shape circle coordinate, we have mentioned the coordinates here, and it's for the coffee cup, I think coffee cup or table. Okay, so the image here, in the image map we have two things, image and the map, three things, image, map and the areas. First, the image is inserted using the img tag. The only difference from other images is that you must add a use map attribute. So if you see here, for the other things you mention img src equal to here img src equal to the image name and alt, and if you want the style like width and all that stuff. But here for the image maps, if you see img and then you have the src equal to so and so alt use map. You are giving a use map attribute here. The use map value starts with a hashtag followed by the name of the image map and is used to create a relationship between the image and the image map. Okay, so the use map attribute is used to create a relationship between the image and the image map. You can use any image as an image map. The map, then add a map element. If you see, first you have mentioned the image, and in that you have mentioned the img src and the use map attribute, where you are giving the hashtag and the name of the image map. Then you define the map. Then you add a map element. If you see here, map element is there. Then the map element is used to create an image map and is linked to the image by using the name attribute. So here you are giving map name equal to whatever you have mentioned in the use map here. The name attribute must have the same value as the use map attribute, which is correct. Use map attribute has hash work map. Here the name is work map, map name equal to work map. You may insert the map element anywhere you like. It does not have to be inserted right after the image. The areas, then add the clickable areas. So first comes the image, then the map name, then the areas. Then add the clickable areas. A clickable area is defined using an area element. Shape, you must define the shape of the area and you can choose one of these values. Rect defines a rectangular region, circle defines a circular region, poly defines a polygonal region, default defines the entire region. Coordinates, you must define some coordinates to be able to place the clickable area onto the image. The coordinates come in pairs, one for the x-axis and one for the y-axis. Rect, the coordinates 34, 44 is located 34 pixels from the left margin and 44 from the left margin and 44 pixels from the top. Okay, so 34 say here from the left, from the top 44, here from the left 34, from the top 44 means it might be this point. So 34 from the left, 44 from the top, something like that. The coordinates 270, 350 is located 270 pixels from the left margin. Say like here 270 pixels from the left margin here and 350 pixels from the top. So from here to here 350 and from here to here it is 270, so somewhere here 270, 350. Area shape equal to rect, chords equal to 34, 44, 270, 350, href equal to computer.hm. So you are defining the area shape rectangle, which is for the computer. Circle, to add a circle area, first locate the coordinates of the circle, center of the circle, 337, 300. Then specify the radius of the circle, like say 44 pixels. Area shape equal to circle, chords equal to, so for the circle you need to find the center of the circle, the coordinates. So for the circle you need to first locate the coordinates of the center of the circle, then specify the radius of the circle. Image map and JavaScript. A clickable area does not have to be a link to another page. It can also trigger a JavaScript function. Add a click event on the area element to execute a JavaScript function. So this is an example. You can use the onClick attribute to execute a JavaScript function when the area is clicked. This is the example. Area shape equal to circle, chords, on click equal to my function. So let's see example for this image map. Say I have workplace.jpg as the source image, and then in that we have the computer, phone and coffee cup. Let's see here. Let's save this and see if you can see. If I click on this, it is taking me to another page which is computer.htm, but we don't have that page defined, so that's why it's giving that. But when we go back, you can see that computer area is clicked, and you can see it's selected the image map of the computer. We have defined its coordinates of the computer, so that's why when you click on that, this image map, the clickable area is selected, you can see. So when you click on that, it will take you to this computer.htm, but since we don't have that file defined or anything, it gives that error. Okay, and this is the phone we have defined. So if you see, this is the coordinates we have defined for the phone, and you can see that's the clickable area and the image map. Okay, now next, this one, the cup with the saucer. So the saucer is a circle, we have the coordinates defined here, and the radius. So coffee, if you click on that, that's say selected, that's the image map. So that's how the image map works. Here we have defined img_src equal to workplace.jpg. This is the picture or the image, and then use map equal to hash work map. This is the name of the map. So here we have given, and this use map, whatever we have given here, and this map name should be the same. Map name equal to work map. In that we have defined, so in the image we have one computer which we have, like, say this is the rectangular shaped, and the phone rectangular shaped, and the coffee saucer is the circular shape. So we have given defined one rectangle and one circle. So these are the areas. So the image map has image, this is, and then map, and then the areas, which are the clickable areas with the different shapes, and the shapes have the different coordinates. So next is the HTML. In the HTML images, background images. A background image can be specified on almost any HTML element. To add a background image in HTML, use the CSS property background image. Background image on a HTML element. To add a background image on a HTML element, you can use the style attribute. This is an example. Div style equal to background image colon URL, and in the URL, in the brackets, you are providing the image name. You can also specify the background image in the style element like this. Style div in the beginning of the HTML, you can give this. So div background image URL, this is how it's defined. Background image on a page. If you want the entire page to have a background image, then you must specify the background image on the body element. Example, add a background image on a HTML page, style body. So here we have, see, background color. In the head we have given here style, and then in that style we have defined for body background color. If you want the whole page to be of gray color, you have provided here body and background color. So similarly, if you want this background image on the complete HTML page, you can provide like this, mention like this, background image URL flowers.jpg. So here it is on a HTML element, you use the style attribute like this, and if you want the you can also specify the background image in the style element. In the page, on the whole page, you mention it in the body. And background repeat. If the background image is smaller than the element, the image will repeat itself horizontally and vertically until it has reached the end of the element. The background image property will try to fill the div element with images until it has reached the end. This is the so to avoid the background image, if the image is smaller than the element, it will keep on repeating itself, because we didn't specify anything that background repeat no or anything like that. So to avoid the background, if you don't want the background image to repeat itself all over the page, use the background repeat property. So this is how what you can do: background repeat, no repeat. And the next, background cover. If you want the background image cover the entire element, you can set the background size property to cover. Also, to make sure the entire element is always covered, set the background attachment property to fixed. So body, background image, URL, the whatever the image name, and then background repeat, no repeat, background attachment fixed, background size you want to cover, means you want the background image to cover the entire element. Background stretch. If you want the background image stretch to fit the entire image in the element, you can set the background size property to 100%, 100%. So if the image is small and you want to stretch that image to convert the and all the element, the whole element, the complete element, you can stretch it like this: background size 100%, 100%. The picture element. The picture element allows us to display different pictures for different versions or screen sizes. The picture element contains the number of source elements, each referring to different image sources. This way the browser can choose the image that best fits the current view and or device. Each source element have attributes describing when their image is the most suitable. Example picture. Source media you can mention, and then src set the image. Source media minimum width this much, and then you can mention the image. Always specify an image element as the last child element of the picture element. So here that's why you see it's img source is the last one. The img element is used by browsers that do not support the picture element, or if none of the source tags matched. So you have mentioned the picture element for different screen sizes. Min width this much, so you'll display this one. Min width 465 pixel, display this image. If it doesn't match any of these requirements, then it will display this one, img girl. Purpose of the picture element: bandwidth. If you have a small screen or device, it is not necessary to load a large image file. The browser will use the first source element with matching attribute values and ignore any of the following elements. Format support. Some browsers or devices may not support all image formats. By using the picture element, you can add images of all formats, and the browser will use the first format it recognizes and ignore any of the following. So this is the purpose of the picture element. HTML tables will cover in the next part. So now let's see this one. Background images example. Image map we have seen, so now background images. Let's see the examples quickly for the background images. If you want to add a background image on a HTML page, this first the style element, we provide like this: div background image, URL, flowers. Okay, so this is how we do to add background image on a particular HTML element. We give in the style here in the development in the head section. So say this one, I have this h4, this is my first page, wrapped in the div, and I want to give the background image. So div background image URL flowers. So if I go to this one, this is how it is. Only have giving the background image to this particular element, div element. So you can also give here, instead of here, you can specify here itself div style equal to background image. Let's see what's the syntax. Div style equal to background colon URL flowers dot jpg. And then there is a semicolon after this. Okay, so let's try this. Okay, yeah, it's the same. If you can give it here in the div element, or in the style element here in the head section. Okay, here next, to add a background image on a page, you provide in the body. Okay, so here let's see in the body. Okay, sorry, we need to just give this one background image. We already have the gray. Now let's, okay, see, and since it's the image size is smaller, it's repeating all over the page. So now we can use this one, background repeat, no repeat, then it should not repeat itself. Okay, here, there we go. And then let's refresh. Okay, see, it's not repeating. And next is we want to cover, okay, the entire page. We did this one. Next is no repeat, we did that one. And then next is you want the background image to cover the entire element. So no repeat, background attachment fixed, and size cover. So now this one will give you okay, so we have to give this background attachment fix to make sure the entire element is always covered. We have to, that's why set the background attachment property to fixed, not only just giving background size to cover. So we want to cover this background image flowers for the whole page, so we don't want to repeat the same one, so that's why no repeat. And then background size cover and background attachment fixed to cover the entire page. So let me give it here, which should be good. Let's refresh. Yes, we got it. Okay, this is how. So then this is done. Then okay, background size 100%. If you want the background image stretch to fit the entire image in the element, you can set the background size property to 100%. Okay, you entire image of the element, so background size 100%. Let's try this. Instead of the cover, let's refresh. Okay, yeah, this is similar to cover, so that is done. And then okay, this one we can't test because now let's quickly try this one, the example for the picture element. For that I have opened the Google Chrome. I'll show you. This one I opened in the Chrome, and then right click and inspect, and then toggle device toolbar. Then you can see you can see the size here on the top, 364 and all. So let's test this one. So if the min width is 650 pixel, then this image should be displayed. If min width is 465 pixel, this should be displayed. And then sorry, due to some reason, I don't know, this is not working out as expected, the picture element. So even this one, the min width is 465 pixel. Let's see. It's not displaying the other one, the flowers. It's only displaying the first one, so looks like it supports only this one, the Google Chrome. Okay, so but this is how it's the picture element is in the syntax, and it's defined, and picture element, the purpose of the picture element is for the bandwidth and format support. Okay, thank you all for watching, guys. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and we'll see you in the HTML part 4. Thank you.